Alright, hi everyone, Josh here again. And for those of you who are on my YouTube channel normally, keep in mind this is another video that's meant for the Montana State University project we're working with National Science Foundation. So feel free to watch the video, but it's not necessarily meant for general audiences, it's just kind of a test right now. Anyways, as we're talking about teaching engineering through the lens of Native American culture, especially through the Crow Reservation, I did some tests here that I'm going to show you guys really quick, and I just basically to get your feedback off of it so we can figure out how to move forward. I did put feelers out to some of my contacts on the Crow Reservation to see if we can get more culturally accurate and representative stuff going on. In the meantime, here's some quick tests that can be modified once we know how to, represent the culture in the best way possible. First up, as I was looking through LittleBigPlanet's assets, I realized that there was actually two Teepees already available. This one is from the Back to the Future kit. This one is from the History kit. So if you want to use those in your settings, you will have to go purchase those two packs. But also, we can also make our own. And this is a really quickly thrown together. Once we settle on design and stuff, I can, have Trevor help me do a bit better 3D modeling of them. But this is just to give you a quick idea. This one is just a thin layer teepee. So it's only there for artistic purposes, and you can quickly and easily, rapidly make copies of it. To give the illusion of like a village or a group of them, and just artistic purposes only. The other one that I built here is a bigger one that is big enough for Sackboy to go into, and we could teach kids about the programming on the game side on how you can make it so that when you enter, the front side of it becomes invisible so that we could have like a display or a diorama on the inside that could explain other aspects of native culture and how teepees were used both in summer and winter and the different features of it. So for instance, we could make this teepee significantly bigger and have educational stuff on the inside. And to show, let me see if I can, how I did it is I have a player sensor that notices when I'm in here, and it triggers an opacity tweaker to make the front invisible, and invisible, and it becomes visible again when I exit it. So that way it gives the illusion of a complete dwelling, and we can have those two like states of it toggle on and off. And we could also cover too, and I this again really quickly thrown together, but we can do more once we settle on the different aspects of it. But I also quickly threw together a travois, that they would drag behind sometimes people, but usually dogs or horses. And we could cover how travois were actually one of the most efficient ways to transport gear, including the teepee, across the environment. That I actually read on Wikipedia that had they tried to use wheels on those, it would have actually created more problems because of the snow and the uneven terrain and the mountains and all that. That travois are actually the most efficient way to transport this kind of stuff. And so we could do the whole engineering of how a travois allows a person or a horse or a dog to carry significantly more weight than they could just by carrying it themselves on their back. And we could show how teepees are really structurally sound, but are meant to easily be torn down, slapped onto a travois, and taken somewhere else and be set up again. And actually, I read too that sometimes they would not only use the travois to transport them, but also use it as kind of a ladder when they were erecting the teepee in the process of setting it up. So there's a lot of different stuff we can play with there, and of course, find ways to tie it into the Indian Education for All curriculum, as well as other elements of STEM and K-12 curriculum. So just let me know where you guys want to take it, and thanks.